tonight, to have 9 nominations, it's fantastic.
It's overwhelming in a way, and I have no expectations, but we will see. Maybe there will be a surprise. That would be great. But it's great to be here, and this recognition is amazing. 9 nominations for the film and 5 nominations for the Oscars. It's amazing.
When John came to me with this film and with this idea of 10 cameras, Big Brother in Nazi house, the last thing was to imagine myself being here and being nominated for a cinematography for this film, because I just want to make this film. You know, that was the most important. You know, I just love the script and I thought it was so important. I didn't think about just awards, nominations, you know. And now here, you know, and it was so funny because the whole idea was there's nobody behind the camera. There's no author behind the camera, and here I am.
Because the film was captured mostly across 10 cameras, and a lot of those cameras were committed to a sort of a medium-wide shot, so the whole thing was very observational. And under normal circumstances, you wouldn't be able to edit those kind of shots together. But because they were running continuously, we had seamless continuity, which meant that I was able to cut in a way that you wouldn't normally be able to, where you'd be relying on close-ups, mediums, cutaways, stuff like that. So it was a very new experience for me.
This was a luxury situation because for an actor you never think technically, you never think about continuity things, you have no technical interruptions, you don't see technicians on set, crew members on set. You are there alone on the set with all the other actors, and that was really great. And we had all the time in the world to create the situations, to find the right tone, to trust our impulses, we were allowed to make mistakes or to be boring sometimes. And that was really, really amazing and a luxury situation.
We knew that basically we were going to do something different than from everything which was done.
We recorded all the live action sound, so we made the film that we see before Johnny then made the film that we hear. So we worked on it was almost like a suburban family drama. You know, there was a tea party, there's a picnic, there's dad taking the family up the river on a canoe. We were never aware of anything that was happening over the wall, which all came later, which Johnny and his team put there. We were just making a nice summer film about a family having a lovely life. There was a time where some of the crew there were saying, you know, Jonathan, when are we shooting the horror here? When, you know, we thought we were making some kind of horror movie. When is it going to happen? And of course, they weren't aware how crucial the sound would, you know, what a role the sound would play in the overall feeling of the film.
I was pretty much cutting a family drama, or a family non-drama, I guess, just, you know, these guys going about their lives. Like at the end of day one, a man and his wife in separate beds in a bedroom having a laugh and a chuckle about their lives, you know, like it was very straightforward and it was very relatable. So I'd say in many ways it almost makes it easier because it was so relatable. And it's only when Johnny Byrne's sound comes on and sits there as that sort of frame around it that sort of, you know, everything shifts.
For me personally, the bitter truth is that human beings doing terrible things to other human beings, and we have to be aware that there's a darkness in all of us, and the decisions we made defines us. And I think these, for me, the key sentences I would say, or for me personally, the message of the film. So we have to be aware, and we have to be aware what's inside of us and what we are capable for. And this is for me the main message.
Yes, it was really crucial that we got, the children spent a lot of time with Christian and Sandra before filming. They spent a lot of time in the house while we were prepping cameras. And obviously, you know, when it came to the desk, things had to be in the desk. When it came to the kitchen, things had to be in the kitchen, just so it felt truly homely.
The first film was that we're discussing like the approach, you know, just how we are going to shoot it in a way that we are not going to aestheticize, that we are going to be as modest, as just distant, and be very objective, not aestheticized, and we're discussing the 10 cameras. Are we going to shoot this in 10 cameras? We're discussing exactly like it's a big brother in a Nazi house. That's just observe, just not judge. That we are just showing this, what is happening, but more like witnessing. And then that was we're just basically discussing the approach. And there is, and also like the cinematography is going to be invisible.
The process with John is very different to just about any other director I've worked with. Rather than try and fulfill a script, John just wants to fulfill the material that he has captured as a result of having written that script. So that's a very different proposition. We're not chasing a prescription. We're looking at what we've got, seeing what the truth is that's available in it, and then articulating that, which is a little bit terrifying. It's kind of like being up on a trapeze without a safety net or a wire, you know. But on the whole, on the projects we work on together, we have the time we need, and that's the most crucial thing, I think. If you want to open something up rather than close something down, you need time to explore it. And that's what we get to do.
I will say that Mika Levi's score in this film is sensational, and because it's used so sparingly, definitely less is more with that. I think it's a real piece of work.
If you could describe the film in 4 words.
In 4 words? Oh my God, that's difficult because English is not my mother tongue. Oh my God. Maybe in 1 word, important.
It's a film which will make you feel uncomfortable.
To be honest, if you watch the film for the first time, you're looking differently. But we felt this is really a unique piece of art. And then we watched the film together for the second time in Cannes with a huge audience, and that was overwhelmed, emotional, and uncomfortable at the same time.